freaking A. We are here on Beyond the Streams. Oh, you never know what's going to happen on the show. Now, if you are wondering, if you're watching this live on YouTube, you'll see the evolution of how a caveman is formed. We have Sergflix here. Sergflix is here. We're going to introduce him in a second. The joke is Sergflix is bald with no facial hair. You got me with some hair. And then you got Sensei, Netflix.
There's been a time where I had no hair as well, too. So, hey.
I'm telling you, if you turned your VPN on, you would have found your damn hair clips. And your face, we would have seen more of your face, but it's all good. All right. It's all good. I'll hold on the chicken wings comment.
I'm growing out my winter scarf, okay?
Is that what it is? Oh, man. So everybody that's listening, we are introducing Sergflix. He's going to be joining our panel for today for the show. So Sergflix, if you could do us a favor, let the people know who you are, where you come from, your background, so that way they get a good feel for you. So go ahead.
My name is Sergflix. Basically, my name is Sergio, and I'm better than Netflix, so I combined the two, added an X. And yeah, I mean, I just started streaming a few years ago, and I became a box salesman, and I met Steve, and I met Mr. File Length over here. And I'm just doing my thing.
Now, before I want to take it back before you went into streaming. So next level. I almost said Netflix. We got Sergflix, Netflix. What am I? Roflix. But I want to take it back a little bit further. I don't know if Next Level knows this, but Serge and I, we didn't serve at the same time, but we're both Marines. So when did you get in? Oh, there you go. USMC. Awesome. When did you get in? Why did you get in? What was the purpose? What was your why?
I was bored.
Was it right out of high school?
Yeah, I finished high school. I took a couple months off to see what the hell I wanted to do. And my mom just got tired of seeing me on the couch all day. I was like, you need to do something with your life. And I made up a lie saying I'm already going to the Marines. And so I just went.
So it wasn't a lie. You're proving her wrong.
I made it true.
Yeah.
Made it true. I know a lot of every time you join the Marines, every single Marine say, why would you join this bullshit? Why, out of all the branches, would you make the dumbest decision in joining the Marine Corps?
Well, for me, because I had a friend who joined the Marines, and anything less than that wouldn't be unacceptable. So I couldn't do the Army or the Navy. I had to do the Marines. I could probably do Navy SEALs or something like that to one up him, but there's no way I was going to do anything less than the Marines.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is that answer is so many Marines' answers. It's literally you literally have to be batshit dumb to join the Marine Corps, because it's not an easy thing. You have to. They don't take an idiot, and I'm sorry, I'm not calling everybody an idiot, but there's a lot of smart people that don't graduate high school, but they will not take somebody who's dropped out of high school. Even if you're forced to get a GED or something, they want to be sure you have some kind of high school like completion. They check your stamina when it comes to running. What's your speeds, your pull-ups, your sit-ups. They check some of the basic stuff. They do this psych test. There's so many things that they get you in to see why exactly you want to do it. My answer was pretty much the same thing. I don't want to be in the Army because it's I didn't try to rhyme, but the Army was very there were so many people that were doing it. When they're just like army of one, I'm like, what? One?
Oh, yeah.
How many people do you have in the Army? I don't want to be part of the crowd. With the Navy, I was like, I don't know if I want to be on a ship with a bunch of sailors and
I'd rather go to Canada.
there's that joke.
I couldn't do the Navy because I can't even swim. So
See, and oh man, the joke with the Navy. So I used to be in the Navy League Cadet Corps. And in the Navy League Cadets, they used to make fun of the Navy, saying, in the Navy where you're happy and gay. I was like, no way, I'm not going to do the Navy. But the Air Force, I looked into their boot camp and I'm just like, 2 weeks? What the hell is this? Camp Snoopy? We're going to go camping up in the mountains and kumbaya over a fire. I'm like, hell no. I want to do something that is going to... Those
guys have it made.
Yeah, oh yeah, they do.
We stayed in a Air Force base for a couple of days on our way to Iraq.
Yeah.
They got maids that clean the rooms. They have waiters that bring out the food to you. They bus boys pick up your trays, all your trash after you're done eating. They have it made.
Hell no. Man, in the Marines, it's now I sound like oh my gosh, what is that freaking Gomer Pyle movie?
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket. In the Marines. In the Marines, literally, it's like your 5-course meal, your 5 stars, your steak, your meat, potatoes, all that's your good stuff came out of a bag called Meal Ready to Eat.
Oh yeah.
MRE. And it was, you don't know how long these MREs was packed in this thing. Lord knows how long they were packed, but it was, yeah, they everybody has a favorite and everybody has one that they stay away from. And
expiration date never.
Expiration date never. My favorite was the beef stew.
You know, right before I got out, they came out with like a cheeseburger. Yeah. The
Really?
bread was awful. Like it was like the worst bread. It was super thick and bready.
What do you do? Add water and it expands?
It was like some weird piece of meat. I don't even think it was beef. It was.
You don't want to know.
But it tasted good compared to all the other crap we had.
Really? So I know with beef stew, everything was all in there. You put a little bit of water. You grab your little heating pad, you pop the seal, you threw that in there, that thing cooked it in there, 5 minutes, you're ready to eat. The one meal that I could not touch was Frankfurters.
Oh, nobody likes that one.
Dude, the 5 fingers of death. If you don't know what that is, next level, you know those little sausages that they sell in the cans, the little tiny ones?
Spam or something?
Is it Spam? No.
Yeah, it's something like Spam.
It's Spam, but they look like little baby sausages.
Oh, Vienna sausages.
Vienna sausages. So they had this thing called Frankfurters or Frankfurters, whatever it is. And we called it the 5 fingers of death because they were disgusting. And believe me, if you like, it's not like you can go in like a hometown buffet and just pick what you want. Like, oh, I want to pick this MRE or this MRE. Nope. As you're in line walking, you just grab it and go. That's it. Grab it and go, whatever you got. Normally when you're grabbing and going, as soon as you grabbed it, you're doing this right away to see what it is. And then you're paying people to say, hey, I'll fucking trade you, dude. If it's something you did not want, you're like, dude.
Yeah, back then you knew exactly what was in every MRE. Yep. The ones with the jalapeno cheese, those are like gold.
Dude. If you had jalapeno cheese with the graham crackers and the peanut butter, it was like, if you had that, imagine like you're in jail and you're like the pod boss and now you have all the money in the world. That's exactly what that is. You are the richest person on the highest mountain by yourself. You have all the maids and everybody by you. I'm telling you, dude, nobody can touch you. If you had that,
then you would get all the stuff and you would mix it up. Like you would put the cheese in the spaghetti, and that's the only way it was edible.
Only way. Only way. Oh man. Next level's thinking about food.
You're giving me nightmares right now.
You're having nightmares?
You're gonna wake up with Frankfurters in your beard.
I know. You're two on your nose. Oh man. But so when you were in the Marine Corps, what years were you in?
I went in 2000, got out in 04.
See, and I went in 2000 and got out in 08. So we were there. It'll be interesting. What was your platoon called in when you were in boot camp? Well, actually, hold on. What month did you go in? That'll be easier.
November.
Okay, I was July, so I was right before you.
I was in Lima Company, I think.
Yeah, I was in Charlie. So yeah, so we were like way way apart.
Yeah, I think I was platoon 3126. I don't know how I remember it, but pretty sure that was
1084. I think there's several things in the Marines that you just will never forget.
Stupid things.
Stupid things. Like the one thing. Oh man, if you want to learn sarcasm,
Oh,
holy crap. When they want you to open up your mouth and sound off as loud as possible, they will say, open up your cock holder, open up your sewer.
cock holder.
Yeah. It's they went like beyond of what you could imagine, like on the jokes. And the thing is that you had to keep a straight face. My name was Smiley because I could not stop smiling. I was not laughing, but I had a smirk to my face. And you know what happens if you are smiling? They PT the crap out of you. PT means physical training, where they're making you do push-ups, pull-ups, and run, aka physical torture, in other words. So you kind of imagine. When you were in the Marines, when did you get into streaming at all during that same time?
In the Marines? No. We barely had internet. It just came out at that time. But I did get into splicing cable and hooking up my people and next door to me. Like the whole barracks, I hooked up with cable. Off of one line, I just spliced it. Because back then, like, cable was a luxury. We couldn't afford no $30 a month on a Marine bank account. We just, no one had time to watch cable or wanted to spend money on it. So when I came around and started hooking everybody up, I was like, oh, okay.
Did you guys so one of the things we did, the joke is we had a splicer is what we call them. We did have, there's always one guy, no matter what barracks we were in, either for advanced training or MOS school, whatever it was, any base, there's always one person that's like, dude, I know a way. Did you ever have a community Xbox or PlayStation?
Not community, but like everyone had their own system. Like at first, everyone was in the PlayStation. I think it was PS2 at the time. And that's when I got back from Iraq. And I think that's when the Xbox came out. And everybody started jumping on that. And then the whole Xbox modding thing came out, and I got into that a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you mess around with XBMC?
No, I didn't even know about that till later. Till I found out about Cody like years later.
So how did you find out about Cody then?
It was when the Dodgers left Fox Sports. They went to Spectrum, and the only way to watch the games is if you had Spectrum out here. And so I was like, just started streaming. So I was looking into like live TV services, because I was like, okay, Cody's cool for movies and stuff, but like, what if I want to watch something live? And then that's I think I ran into one of the sports. I forget what it was called.
Sports Devil.
Sports Devil, yeah, Sports Devil. and I found the Dodger games on there. I was like, oh dang, this is next level stuff right here.
Pun
And,
intended.
I was like, okay, that's cool. I got Dodgers, so I mean, what's stopping me from watching a fight or something? And then from there, like, I mean, Sports Devil was cool, but it was a free service, and you know, with free stuff, it's up and down. And then I got into Sports Mania, and that's a paid service from the UK. And from there, I was able to basically watch any sporting event live, and that changed everything.
How long ago was that?
Man, I was like back in 14, 15.
Sounds about right. Because Sports Devil back in the day worked, and what was cool about Sports Devil, they had the categories of the main sports. You picked the sport that you wanted, and then all the teams were in there. You picked the team.
Oh yeah.
And then you had every single link of different angles: home team, away team, neutral, east, west, high angle, low angle, TV angle. It was like
when I first found it, that was cherry. It was perfect. But like everything else, when I discover it, it seems like everyone else discovers it too, and that kind of ruined it.
Yeah, took it down. It's like, now what's next?
So from there, that's when I ran into you and what's his face?
Touchstone?
Touch something. Yeah, that's when he was doing, I think, Nitro. And you kept telling me to try it. I'm like, I don't care about all these other channels. I just want to watch the sports. But I didn't realize that's the way that streaming was going. And then I went from that to Gears, and now everybody has their own service.
Yeah.
Nitro. Now, when you mentioned Nitro, when I was telling you about it, that was when Nitro first started.
It was Nitro and Gears, and there was everybody else wasn't even close.
Yeah. And that was, without getting too far into that segue, when Nitro was just starting, me and Touchstone had a fallout very soon after that one came out. So then I started to get more into Gears, and seeing what Target and 1080p had. When you first started into the Cody stuff, what were the first builds that you were using?
I think it was yours.
The simple build?
The simple build. I played with a couple others, but I wasn't really into builds. I just wanted to get my add-ons and use what I liked. And for the most part, like, builds took away from all that.
Yeah.
Like, I was mostly into like 2 or 3 add-ons, and that's all I cared about.
Yeah. Were you okay? So who were the first YouTubers that you started to follow and began to really learn about all this Cody stuff?
I think the first one was probably Solo Man, Touchstone, and Super Dell.
Now I do remember. This is a good little segue about Super Dell. So you met me through Touchstone. I was still a little baby. I was like a couple hundred subscribers.
Yeah, I remember, like, I first reached out. I'm like, oh, dang, you replied.
Yeah. Super Dell was already in the thousands. And this, I know I'm jumping a little bit because I want to talk about how we started to link together and get our stuff together, because we were doing Little Guys together. When we got to Super Dell, I remember you said, dude, check this guy out. And I'm like, who the hell is this guy? He had about, I don't know, like 20,000 or somewhere close to 20,000. And I wasn't talking to Touchstone anymore. I was doing my thing. I was barely at 1,000. And I remember you're like, hey, check this out. He's doing this. And I was like, that's cool. And so I learned about Super Dell from you because I had no idea who it was. So I learned who he was through you. So I thought that was it's kind of cool how we were like piggybacking on each other. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah. Now going back to the simple build, we went through I know we were talking, we weren't doing little guys just yet, huh? When you asked me about the simple build about forking it.
No, I don't think so.
No. So
like maybe a few months later.
Yeah. So so this is news for Next Level. He didn't know about this. So Serge was like, hey, I want a Sergflix build. What can we do to make that happen? I love your build. You have everything that I need. I always have to do a couple extra things. What can we do? And the couple extra things, I'm just like, well, I didn't want it in the simple build, but I understood why he wanted to do it. And then with the whole reseller thing, because I know you were doing that on your own too, it was kind of like you wanted your own platform so that way you have your own product to sell. So it was like, cool, let's get together. And I pretty much redid the entire build. And I'm trying to think of the categories, because the categories, typically you had movies, TV shows, sports, kids. You came up, I'm going to say this, and I don't care what anybody else out there says. Everybody had a movie section, a TV show section, a kids section, a app section, a sports section, a program section. I don't know if I'm missing anything else. But you said, I want a Sergflix section. I didn't have a Raha section. I didn't have the all-in-one section. I didn't have the combo section. But I remember you said, I want a Sergflix section, and I want my favorite apps there.
Exactly. Because every time I would sell a box or a Fire Stick, people would ask me, what add-ons do you use? And I'll just tell them, go to the Sergflix section. Those are the ones I use.
Now, because of that, because of him, when he came up with that idea, I was thinking like, wait a minute, why don't I do a all-in-one section? You know, so then I came up with renaming the Sergflix section to something like an all-in-one, AIO. But Sergflix was the one that started that trend. His build wasn't public. You had to have the link, and that's how you had to go through him to get it. And the way it was is a lot of builds started to go that route, all in one. Which then later on, him and me started talking about, why don't we combine movies and TV shows? Why is it the same? Why, like it's movies and TV shows. Why don't we just combine it into one area instead of having all these different areas? And then I think we called it shows originally.
Yeah,
I think it was shows. And then next thing you know, other builds started to follow suit. But Sergflix was the one that actually gave those ideas out, and a lot of stuff started to trend from that. And then now I still got the simple build going, but it's now called that movies and TV shows section. I think I still called it shows, or maybe Showtime, or I don't know. Called it something. I forget what it is.
I think I remember Showtime.
Yeah.
In that somewhere.
Yeah. So people are probably going to ask, oh, you were selling a build. You're selling a build. You weren't selling a build. That's not what it was. He was doing reselling, and he had Sportsmania. Yeah,
Sportsmania was my go-to for live.
Yeah, I didn't have Sportsmania, and I didn't want to add Sportsmania to the simple build. And the way resellers happened back then, they didn't have these APKs or third-party apps. It was all add-ons. Everything was in Kodi. So I customized all that stuff specifically for Sergflix.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I can do the same thing with the simple build, but with stuff that I'm doing.
Yeah. And
then we said, hey, why don't we just resell together? And then little guys happened, where it was like, let's do this together. What was the one thing that you would constantly do? I don't know if you remember when you were advertising for us and blasting it on Facebook, the whole little guys theme. What were you doing? Remember?
I don't remember.
The little midgets.
Oh, yeah. Well, I always do like a play on words. So like I was thinking like little guys. Okay, well, I guess we'll be the midgets.
We'll be little midgets. So he he would make little midgets, and then he would put like Sergflix on it and Rojas on the other one. Or if we would have like a flash sale, he would use like the flash, like him running like all quick. Flash sale gears.
It was the beginning of my Photoshop days.
Yeah, and we had Area 51 Vaders,
Gears,
and then later Gears Reloaded. We started. Did we start with Reboot?
No,
We didn't. Right, that was right after.
Yeah.
So,
I think we were probably the first to offer like different services.
Mm-hmm.
I remember at the time, like there'd be like everyone would have their own service.
The one,
but yeah, they would have one, and every now and then that one service will have a bad weekend. So that's when we started coming out with, hey, get your backup.
Mm-hmm. And I remember we went live on Superdell once. I think I was traveling too. I was probably at the airport and I had the thing and they were talking about it saying, dude, you guys should go check out Little Guys. They were actually, it was back in the day when they used to promote other people. And they were saying, you guys should check out the Little Guys.
We're the reason they stopped doing that.
Probably. Yeah, you're the reason why we stopped.
Yeah, it's my fault.
We'll get to that story in a minute. But I remember I went on there. I said, yeah, go ahead and check us out. And Superdell was like, you guys are the only ones that is like, and he called it a store. He's just like, you can go there and you got this one, that one. You get all these different services. You could combo this, combine it with that. You got backups there. You have everything that you want with live streaming service. Little Guys had, that was the place to go. Nobody else had that going. We were the first ones to start that. And I remember we were slowly gaining subscribers. And it was that I remember I went on a vacation trip and I remember it just like it was freaking yesterday. I was in the Rockies in Colorado. There was a fight. I remember I did a couple series of videos and we
always during a fight.
Yeah, we blew the hell up. It got to the point where as soon as I came back from that trip, the first thing Serge said was, okay, so in a month from now, we are going to be entering Hell Week. He labeled it as Hell Week because it was just insane. And a month after that, we had 2 Hell Weeks. And now we're into November where it was almost the whole month of just hell. We just call it hell. And he mentioned, can we shut the Little Guys website during Thanksgiving? Can we just shut it down? Like, I don't want to work. I don't want to do nothing. Can we figure it out? And I was like, let me figure something out. And remember, I did like a whole copy paste of the code where I took down everything and I put, we are on vacation enjoying our family. We will be back on this date. And people would still email us and ask us, and we would drop auto replies that we're gone. We're doing the same thing you're doing, enjoying your family. We want to do the same thing. The second we turned it back on, it was like, oh man, it was like the iPhone 50 just dropped out, and everyone's like, what? The new iPhone? We're at the store making a line to go get it. You know, that's exactly how it was with the Little Guys. The second we turned on the website, boom, a flood of people came in. And I'm like, are you guys just waiting on the site, hitting refresh?
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. I was like, dude, what the hell? But please elaborate what happened with Superdell and not able to promote Little Guys anymore. What did you do?
Well, I thought we had a free pass to promote. Like he would say, no promoting, but it was like a wink, wink. Like, okay, except for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept doing my thing. I would post stuff on the Facebook group and the YouTube chat, and I just kept doing it. And then one day he just banned me.
I think he blocked you and booted you.
Yeah.
Kicked you. Did he ever reinstate you and anything?
No. I mean, we're cool now. I'll go on his show. I'll go in the chat and say what's up, and that's about it.
So eventually he unbanned you from YouTube at least.
No, he never banned me on YouTube. It was just Facebook.
Okay. Oh, got it.
You can't ban a viewer.
Yeah. You can't ban.
Hide them.
You could hide them so that way you're not talking to them. Are you okay? So here's the question: when you go on his chats, do people say hi, Sergflix? Does anybody respond to you?
Yeah, a few people do.
Okay, so you're not blocked. You're not.
No, I'm not blocked.
Yeah, you're not blocked. I know there are a couple. I know I'm blocked.
He reads my comments every now and then when he sees them.
Yeah. So okay, so we're good now.
Yeah, we're good.
I remember I did have to talk to him because he's just like, yeah, Sergflix is doing this. I'm like, dude, wink, wink. Remember you said it was good just for us? What happened? And he was just like, well, it wasn't me. It was one of my admins, and it was somebody from DST. And I'm like, whatever. Are we good? We're good. Cool. We won't promote on your guys' stuff ever again. How about that?
Yeah, we even had we have a deal with him where he was getting a service from us.
Yeah. We gave him free accounts.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And then I think after that whole mess happened, he said no more. Like he didn't want it, so we just just let it rip. I think we turned it. It might have been one of our Honeywells.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember Honeywell?
Yeah, I remember Honeywell.
Oh man, that's another.
Honeywell.
You want to tell them that story, Honeywell? What's the Honeywell story?
Well, everybody has a Honeywell. It's basically someone buys an account, they never use it, and basically we're just using it for whatever.
Yeah,
samples or we use it ourselves, whatever.
So we had an account Next Level and her last name was Honeywell. She paid for this thing maybe a year, never used it. And I know her too. That's the thing. I know this girl, and I would tell her, use it, go online, log in, do this, do that. And she's like, yeah, I'll mess with it. And we would check the panel. We would always see who's on where. We would never see her on. So it was one random thing that Sergflix is like, let me change the password and and check something out real quick, So it was like, I think it was like a big event. He tried it like on a Thursday, so that way we didn't interrupt anybody. And then he messages me the following Tuesday. It was literally like, it wasn't a Friday, it was before Friday. And I remember it was after a Monday, but he messages me and I thought it was a full week, where he says, dude, I forgot to change the password back. She never replied to us. I'm like, you're kidding me, right? He's like, nope. He's like, what should I do? I was like, well, I don't know. I guess we could trial it to people, like if she's not using it. So we had one account that we were floating around for about a year until she finally canceled it. And then Sergio was like, no, she canceled it. I was like, damn it.
That's the good thing about PayPal AutoPay. People just forget about it.
They just forget about it. Yeah.
It's only like $15-$20 here and there, and they don't even notice it.
Yeah. Now I know some people are gonna say, what in the world happened to little guys? Because we got pretty big. We got very big for Gears Reloaded. It was crazy. I can't talk to people about numbers or nothing like that because it's all private stuff, so we're not gonna.
It hurts my head still thinking about it.
Yeah, it was so. There's a few things happened when with the little guys where so this is the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't want to get into all the little details, but Gears Reloaded went down. And I know they were having issues before that. There is some stuff that they were having before that, and we were talking about like we just split and said, hey, why don't we all split? We all do our own things. We're growing insanely too big at this point for one person to take on so much. And Sergflix, I have to give you credit, man. The way he handled the panel and the PayPal, like everything coming in and out, he was a beast at it. He had a system, and he would, I gotta say it. You were the one that was managing all that stuff. My main thing was advertising it, pushing it out there. You had to tell me to stop at one point. You're like, stop
talking about it.
Yeah, don't do it. So I would work on the website. I would work on every now and then I would help on emails. Sergflix was managing so much stuff on it. And then Yo-Yo was helping us with credits. So finally we got to the point where we're just like, you know what? We're so big that this could sustain 3 people individually. Let's just split it up, man. Because if one person doesn't have time to do so much, then they're just going to fall off. Let the other person do whatever. So everybody just kind of split. And there's a lot of chatter going on with Omar. And it was crazy how that whole thing happened, because right when we split,
yep,
it stopped. That thing crashed.
Yeah, it was like not even a month later.
Nope. It was like, whoa, wait a minute. Did we just dodge something? Like literally, it was like not even a month. And so it was like, wow, this is crazy. And I think I maintained the Sergflix build a little bit longer until everything was just Kodi 18. And I was like, hey, I was straightforward. I had next level. I don't know if you know this actually. I had the simple build light, simple flicks, which looked like Netflix, simple flicks kids, urban reloaded. I did an urban build plus the Sergflix build. And that's not including the I Need That from Bo Knows. That's not including the Gears of War build, which I took over for a little bit. The Pulse build, CCM. There's just like so many ones that I was trying to help host and right, do a couple things. But I was like, I'm done. I don't want to do Kodi 18. I just don't. I'm like, and then he's just like, we're good. There's all these APKs now. It's fine.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Which
I can't remember the last time I even used Kodi.
I think I sent you my build. I'm like, check it out. And you're like, dude, yeah, all right. It's there.
I played with it, but like mostly what I use Kodi for is Magic Dragon for all the new release movies. And we don't have any movies right now, so
yeah. So it's all retro. It's all watching everything that already came out. For sure. Yeah, absolutely. So on behalf of Beyond the Streams, we want to thank you for coming here and being a part of the show. It's been great. We got a lot of good stuff. If you are listening on whatever podcast, whatever YouTube, make sure you guys do leave us a comment. Check the description below. We will put Sergflix's information if he wants it to. He's probably gonna. I hope I don't piss him off if I send a grip ton of people to him. But with all that being said, again, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. A couple things that we always tell the people is you guys out there, you guys take care and you take care of each other.
And stay humble and be patient.
We'll see you in the next video.
Peace.
Peace out.
Thanks for having me.